Hi, everybody. My name's Beth. I'm the Youth Service Coordinator and the Children's Librarian at the Richmond Public Library Main Branch in Richmond, Virginia. And I'd like to welcome you to our Storytime channel. Today, I would like to read one of my favorite characters, and I hope probably one of yours too, Pete the Cat. And Pete and his friends, they've had a lot of really groovy adventures. They played with his shoes. They played instruments going to the school and learning how to go from art to math class to gym time. And today, Pete and his friends have been having a really good time, but it is time for bed. And Pete is kind of having a hard time getting all his friends ready to go. I'm sure you guys have some hard times going to bed yourself. So I hope you enjoy Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues by Kimberly and James Dean. This is Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues by Kimberly and James Dean. Wow, look at all those pictures of Pete. Look at all the cool pajamas he has. Can you find Pete in his Super Cat superhero pajamas? Yeah, right there, right in the middle of the page. What about Pete with dinosaur pajamas on? Yep, you found it. And he has his dinosaur friends right there with him, don't he? Well, are you guys ready for a really good story? Let's start Pete the Cat in his Bedtime Blues. Pete and the gang had a great day. They had been at the beach, surf and sun, and tons of fun. Look at Alligator. He looked like he having a great time. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. So Pete had an idea. Ding! Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy. Pete's place, let's go, said all of Pete's friends. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say good night. So on went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. And Pete was just about to catch some Z's when clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete just covered his head. Have you ever been trying to go to sleep and somebody just kept making a ton of noise and couldn't let you go to sleep? Oh, this is Pete's problem. Man, this cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Now Pete tried again to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Look at Gus playing those drums. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. It's time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Now Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard... What do you think Pete heard? Birds. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that was a good one too. Let's see. What did Pete hear? Munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch. It was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? Hey, what is Alligator eating there? Oh, pepperoni pizza, that's right. Looks kind of good, doesn't it? Now all the clapping and the rat-a-tat-tatting and the munching was giving him the bedtime blues. But Pete had a groovy idea. What do you think Pete's idea is? He's always coming up with great ones. Oh, I like that one. Let's see. He got out his favorite bedtime story and he started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching. They had all settled down and no one made a sound. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night. Sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, sun, and tons of fun. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed Pete the Cat and his Bedtime Blues. I know that I did. You know, Pete is one of my all-time favorite characters because him and his friends always seem to work out a good solution to all the problems that they've come up with. And you know, it won't be long, I hope, before you and your friends will have a chance to have a sleepover yourself. But in the meantime, maybe you can do a virtual one. You can all get on your phones, lay out your sleeping bags, have your parents video chat, and have a nice little sleepover virtually until we can all get back together again. So I hope you enjoyed our story. Please check out the Richmond Public Library's website, rvalibrary.org, to see all of the great ebooks that you can check out during this time of quarantine. And also, check out our Storytime channel. If you've liked this story, maybe you can go back and check some of our other ones out, or even our really fun craft times. We hope to see you back here soon.